All right, here we go. Day one. First up, I'm just gonna clean the floors up, remove all of this surface rust and shit. Definitely use earmuffs and eye protection for sure. So I did find a little bit of rust down here. It's not too bad, but I'm just gonna completely cut it out with the grinder just to stop any rust forming in the future. Don't just whack some rust converter on it and think you fixed it. So now I'm just gonna scrub down the entire floor, get it spotless so I can start priming and filling all these little holes. So now the floor is finally cleaned. I scrubbed it for ages, and I'm just gonna go in and fill all these little screw holes everywhere. So that's just to stop any rust forming around them. I'll prime them as well. And also so that fumes from underneath don't get inside the cabin. I'll fill the bigger holes with some of this putty tape as well. So now that filler's all dry, it's gonna paint the whole floor with some primer. Try and paint any bit that's bare metal or any rusty bits at all. So for the floor in the van, I'm just going to use yellow tongue as like a subfloor. Yellow tongue's good because one side is like semi-waterproof and it's pretty solid. It's all tongue and groove, so they lock together. It's pretty heavy, but that'll act as some good insulation. I'm not going to bother insulating under the floor. A 19mm subfloor plus my actual flooring is going to be plenty. I'm just in Australia, so it's not going to get too cold. I'm just gonna lay the yellow tongue out on the ground and then chuck the original flooring in the van on top just to use as a bit of a template. Alright, so the paint's dry, everything's dry. I'm gonna start laying the floor. My idea here is to put a bead of adhesive on each one of these high bits. So pretty much it will be glued down. The screws will just be to clamp it down where the glue dries, and that should just stop any squeaking or movement. It should make it really nice and secure. So that's the subfloor pretty much done. Took a while, but it's all screwed and glued down. Ended up cutting a 40mm gap here to run any wiring like under the floor. So that's pretty much it for the subfloor, I guess. It's good to get a good solid floor down before you do anything else. Just give you a good base to work on. The reason I don't like to put my flooring down now is, of course, it gets absolutely smashed in the build. It's covered in glue, paint. It just cops an absolute beating. So that's why I like to just put the subfloor down and then leave it. And then once my walls and my ceiling's done, then I can finish off the floor and actually put my nice flooring down. But until then, I'm just gonna leave it as a subfloor. I don't really care about it. I can get paint and glue and shit all over it. Doesn't really matter. In the next episode, I'm gonna talk about installing windows and maybe even get into the insulation and the walls. We'll just see how long it gets. I wanna try and keep them pretty short and sweet. So if you could just drop me a comment or subscribe or just like the video just to let me know if it's beneficial for you guys and if all this extra stuff I'm doing is actually worth it, that would be sweet. So let me know in the comments if this stuff is helpful. And yeah, I'm gonna go finish editing a few more videos now. Next one should be out soon. Thanks guys.